NFL Sunday Ticket is now on YouTube and YouTube TV, which means that you can stay close to your team even if you don't live in their town. Like, maybe you're a Raven who married a Seahawk who got a job in the land of the Falcons. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch your team's out-of-market Sunday afternoon games no matter where you live, because you shouldn't have to change teams even if you change towns. NFL Sunday Ticket, now on YouTube and YouTube TV. Go to youtube.com/presale to get $50 off.
Terms and embargoes apply. Offer ends 9/19. No refund. Subscription auto renews.
This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae.
And this is our house. Welcome back to the House of Hockey podcast, episode 144. I'm one of your hosts, Breezy.
And I'm your other host, Rae.
It's early. It's fine.
Blah, blah, blah. Words are hard. Welcome.
Oh, man. Well,
when I saw you come on in your Morgan Wallen shirt, I thought it was a duck shirt because it's like kind of looks like Ducks colors to me. I was like, oh no, have we taken another weird turn? Okay, good.
Nope, wouldn't do that.
Okay, good.
Nope, it's just my Wallen shirt.
That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Let's not.
I haven't worn this on the air yet, so I was like, I need to wear something I haven't worn yet because I feel like I wear the same shirt like every other episode. So
I don't think you do. I'm running out of things. I feel like I do. No, it doesn't.
It's okay.
We've got a lot to discuss.
I have a big tub here of shirts that I can go through to revamp if I need to. So
yeah, I have no doubt that you have plenty of shirts that we have not seen on this podcast.
Yeah, it's fine.
First order of business. We forgot that last week's episode was our 3-year anniversary of doing the podcast.
Oh,
St. Patty's is our day.
That's true.
Popped up in memories. It was like on this day 3 years ago. I was like, holy crap.
3 years. Wow.
I know.
Doesn't seem like it, but also it kind of does.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congrats.
Yeah. Too. Were you congratulating us? Me? You?
Yeah. Us. You. Us. Whatever.
It's gonna be a great episode, everybody.
Boy.
Always. Also, I don't know about you, but I've hit that end of the season drag slump where I'm just like, is it playoffs yet? I'm done. I'm ready for playoffs.
No, I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet. Okay.
No.
But
okay. I also think that I have so much chaos going on in the world around me that hockey is the one thing that can settle me down, but not settle me down if it makes sense. But it's something I look forward to.
Yeah. So
in my calendar, I have I go off the days of the week are basically gauged off of who's playing. So yeah, no, I'm not tired of it yet. I just like to kind of come home and turn the TV on and watch the game. So
all right.
But it also gets really stressful because every point counts,
for you and all your teams.
That's true. Yeah. Mostly for the Kings though, because it's you want them to be I want them to be number one in the Pacific. And then it's Vegas had a couple games up on us because for some reason the Kings didn't play for 5 days. I just hate how that happens. So Vegas was able to get multiple points because we were right there, we were tied. And then of course they end up playing and the Kings win. And then last night the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers played each other. And then it went into overtime. And it's great. So now both teams got a point and the Kings are sandwiched in between them.
But the Kings have more games to play, right?
They do.
Because they're behind the Kings.
Yeah, but they're going on a road trip now and they're playing Calgary, Edmonton, Edmonton, Seattle. So it's tough.
It's what it's all about for your
Yeah.
teams when you get to that point. There's a couple
Yeah.
other teams that don't have to worry about things like that anymore, at least until the playoffs, which would be the New Jersey Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes have clinched their spots in the playoffs.
They have.
We
That's
have,
exciting.
oh, for sure. I mean, if the Devils didn't after the season they had, there would be even more riots at Prudential Center at the Rock, like
Yeah.
fans would be up in arms. I think Carolina clinching, I thought we were
To be expected.
yeah, but this early, that's it's good for them.
Yeah, I agree.
We still
Who's
have
gonna be the next? Dun,
I don't
dun,
know.
dun.
Dun dun dun. We still have
Dun, dun, dun.
quite a few more games to play. As of today, it's Sunday, March 26th. The regular season ends on April 14th. So still quite a few games to be played, but it feels like each day could potentially, maybe not each day, I'm not a stats person, but feels like almost every day or every couple days we're getting another team clinch, but I think some of them will be down to the wire, like we said last week.
Or teams completely eliminated. So
right.
Yeah. Every day's a new day.
Yes. There are a couple headlines to discuss. Where do you want to start?
Maybe the most important ones.
Which are, in your opinion?
Well, they're all important to me. I don't know. Where do we want to start? How about Michigan? Let's do the Michigan.
Let's start with Michigan.
Okay. You take it away. You have those notes there.
There was a Michigan-style goal scored this week by Columbus Blue Jackets forward Kent Johnson. And what makes this interesting, aside from the fact that he scored a Michigan-style goal, was that he actually went to the University of Michigan where this goal was, where what we call it as claim to fame and where it began was with Mike Legg 27 years ago. So Kent Johnson scored a Michigan goal on the anniversary of the first ever Michigan goals being scored in Michigan at the University of Michigan, but this time in the NHL. That didn't make any effing sense, but I think
it was 27 years to the day
that first Michigan style goal was scored. And then to have a Michigan player do it in the NHL on the anniversary is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I hope that made sense.
It was a whole lot of
Michigan.
That
repeated.
Was a whole lot of, I didn't even make sense when I said there's a whole lot of lots of words. So that's fine.
I'll try one more time. We saw the first Michigan goal scored by an NHL player who actually went to the University of Michigan, and it happened to occur on the anniversary of the first Michigan goal being scored. But that did not happen in the NHL. That happened in the collegiate system at Michigan, which is why it's called the Michigan.
And it happened 27 years ago to the day. On the 27th anniversary.
How many more times am I got to say Michigan? I think people got it. Pretty cool.
So. That is really cool.
I love it.
And I watched the goal and I was like, okay, those are cool. I mean, I still think that some of those goals can get a little too trick shotty, but I feel like the Michigan never gets too trick shotty. Like, it's just cool to see.
It's the one that should be allowed, like always. Some of the other stuff is a little borderline, but this I feel like could be the one exception to the rule of like really out there things.
Yeah. Agreed.
We should also talk about, can we talk about statues?
We can talk about statues, yeah.
Okay. So Dustin Brown of the LA Kings received a bronze statue outside of Crypto, aka Staples. And when Breezy was there for a concert recently, she sent me a picture of it in real life. And obviously we've seen the pictures on the internet, but I think it's awful.
His face doesn't look normal.
It doesn't look like a face. It doesn't look anything like him.
I mean, I get that it was a playoff beard and he was like happy crying, like he had like the no teeth smile when he was like hoisting the cup, but like it just doesn't look like him.
No
We'll
offense
have to do a
to,
comparison between the two statues that are recent in the last few weeks here.
I mean, no offense to people who like make statues.
No,
It's
no, no. I'm sure it's so
probably,
hard.
yeah, and it's probably like a lost art, and there probably aren't a lot of people out there who do this anymore. But I feel like the statues we've had over like centuries are way better. I mean, they don't look so, that does not look really great, that statue of Brown.
No. But what it stands for means a lot to
Of
Kings
course.
fans. That's what matters. But just his face just doesn't look like. And when they like did the unveiling, I'm pretty sure that's what everybody was like. What is it?
Huh.
Who is that?
That's Brown. Okay.
Okay.
Now there was another statue revealed.
There was Mr. Pekka Rinne from the Nashville Predators. He got his statue revealed yesterday, which was Saturday, March 25th. And it was a really cool ceremony. All the guys were there. A lot of fans showed up. He spoke. I didn't get to watch the entire ceremony. My TV didn't air it on time. But his statue looks a little bit more like him.
Except the face has like pock marks all over it. Like it looks
Yeah.
like he has,
It's not like smooth.
it's not smooth. If it was smooth, it would be butter. It would be perfect. It would be like,
Yeah.
it looks
It's
just
like
like him.
unfinished.
Yeah, they aged him. They gave him acne. It's almost hard to look at. Like you're like,
But it does
oh,
look more like him.
it does. Like the features are more accurate, but the
Yeah.
texture of the skin on his face,
Yeah.
it's not
But the
great.
statue itself is cool. Like his it's like the standard like Pekka like saluting the crowd with his
Yeah, yeah.
stick. Um so the
That
statue itself is cool and it's in a good location with like Bridgestone, like the Bridgestone like lettering right behind him. So I just again, no offense to statue makers. It's just I think I've just been a little bit let down. Definitely let down by
yeah.
the Brown statue because that one I'm just like, ooh, they might have to polish that up in like a week.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah,
No,
so we're 0 for 2 on statues, in my opinion.
I'm gonna give Pekka as a 0.5 though.
Okay, yeah, he can have a point
Yeah,
5,
yeah, I'm gonna
like an
give him a
overtime
point
point,
5, an overtime point.
not a
It still
game
looks
winning
good.
point.
It does look good. I think it looks better than Brown's 100%.
Yeah.
It's just the texture of the face is kind of odd. Like I zoomed in and I was like, I sent
Oh,
it to my mom. Yeah, I sent it to my mom because I sent the Dustin Brown note to my mom and she goes, "That's not good." And then I sent her the Pekka one. I said, "Well, when we're there, we should go see it." She goes, "Most definitely. He actually looks like a human."
yeah.
Unlike the brown one. So
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
A little bit missed there, but is that the first player statue that the Preds have?
Yeah, it is.
Very cool. That's a
Yeah,
cool
it's
honor.
cool. Yeah, it's really cool.
Let's talk about my favorite topic, gender reveals at
Gender
hockey games.
reveals. Gender reveals at hockey games. So Connor McDavid, there's a video of him walking out onto the ice. No game, no practice, no nothing like that. To a fully dressed in normal clothing Evander Kane and his girlfriend and
Not
his
sure.
two kids.
Yeah,
His
his
two kids,
partner,
which I think it's his daughter, that is known in the community, and
son.
um like a son who's like a baby like in
Mm-hmm.
a front facing to the mother stroller, like infant can't be turned around, and Connor McDavid drops a puck down and Evander hits the puck to find out the gender of his baby. But what's funny is like that relationship between McDavid and Kane, it just like kind of like was like, huh, to me, like it kind of makes you happy, but like McDavid shorts were so tight.
Yeah.
You saw his full butt crack.
Yeah, he's in like shorts and a
His
t-shirt.
workout shorts, yeah, in a t-shirt. But Evander Kane is having a boy, another boy, and he looked very happy. The family looked very happy,
Yeah.
and that's good to see. But it's funny that to see one teammate helping out another. Interesting play. Like I didn't imagine hockey players, I guess, to like do gender reveals like that, like just amongst each other.
I mean, I think I've seen some done at home, right? With
At
family
home with family, but
and
like
friends.
yeah, and who knows, family and friends could have been there. They just weren't on the ice. I don't know.
Right. It was a
But
little bit of a weird play, I think, in my book to like do that in a public way on the ice, like with
at
Connor.
Rogers, right? Like with
Yeah,
Connor, but no fans, no, like it wasn't like anything like that. It was just like
that's fine.
after morning skate or after the morning workout, whatever it was, let's go to the ice and do this before game time.
Like he could have done that at home. Is he and Connor, are they really like close?
Maybe. I mean, it could have
Okay.
been a cool thing to have, like, maybe for him in like the future, like,
Right.
potentially the best hockey player in the world now ever, was the one that helped do your gender reveal. Like, that's kind of something pretty cool.
Definitely.
So
Definitely. Like, here we are again. We're in an arena. Oh, now we're doing this. Okay. This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by the biggest tournament in college basketball is underway, and the action is just getting started on DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Plus, combine multiple bets for a shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings will be featuring parlays and odds boosts all tournament long. So be sure to check the DraftKings Sportsbook app every day to see what they have in store. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and sign up with code THPN. That's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. Right now, new customers can bet $5 on any pregame moneyline bet and get $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
we're going to talk about Jacob Chikrin again for a brief second because he is now injured with a lower body injury and is potentially out. Well, he's out for the remainder of the season. He's out for weeks, and it doesn't look like Ottawa is going to be. I don't think that they've been eliminated yet, but I don't think they're going to the playoffs. So all of that hype for him to just be injured again. He is injury prone, so that's why I feel like a lot of teams didn't want to get him.
But he's on
Surprise,
that
surprise.
diet. You think what he's doing all the right things. The poor guy.
The poor guy, injured again.
He's eating chicken livers and hearts and still just can't find the I mean, stuff happens. That's a
Stuff does
bummer.
happen.
But Chikrin.
Stop. Just
Michigan,
stop.
Michigan, Michigan.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's never fun when
No.
and I'm sure he feels horrible, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
want that to happen, of course, and to
Then
go
he was
out.
sidelined for so long. For what? I mean, I get trade reasons, but like he held out on being traded, or I guess the Coyotes held out on being traded, and yeah, the season
Yeah.
was kind of a bust for him. I think at that point for not. I mean, last season was also a bust, and probably the season before of him being injured multiple times. But
We
there's always
we
next year.
we hope your recovery goes well so we can
Yes.
talk about you more next season, Chikrin.
Yay.
Okay, here's something I found interesting, and I don't know how fans, especially of this team, are going to feel. But Evgeni Malkin of the Pittsburgh Penguins hosted a dinner party at his house when the Washington Capitals were in town. and had over for dinner Alexander Ovechkin, Evgeni Kuznetsov, Alexander Alexiev, and Alexei Protas. Not sure on that one, but I think the other ones were pretty accurate pronunciations, for dinner along with Malkin's son, before they played each other the next night in Pittsburgh. And there's like a super sweet photo of them like at their house. And
Was it some sort of like Russian holiday that like made them want to have like dinner?
I don't think so. They're friends. That I did
Yeah.
a little research, and they're friends, and they try to spend time together. And apparently it did really well because they all played really well on both sides the next night.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, I don't think I would want to know about this. Like, this could happen. And I know that's contradictory to what I say, where I'm like, I want to hear more about what the players do off the ice. But like, as a fan, I think this would piss me off, like, given the rivalry between the two teams. Like, it's one thing that like we know that Ovechkin and Crosby are friendly, and like we saw it in the appropriate arena at the All-Star game, and like that's appropriate for me, and like that's enough for me to see. But like beyond that, as like a fan, I don't need to see you guys having, dinner together. Like in the summer, sometimes we see people who hang out and it's okay. But this before a regular season game while the Penguins are like trying to make it into the playoffs, like I would be real mad. This would make me real mad.
Yeah, I guess the time of the year definitely would. I mean, if it was in the beginning of the year, you probably wouldn't be as upset over it. But this time of the year, I feel like it kind of gets down to the wire, and it's like you need to shape it up here.
Yeah. I mean, would you be mad if you were a Penguins fan and this like happened and you saw this?
I don't know. It's hard for me to put my fandom in another team at this point. Like,
okay.
I think if it was like
what if Jonathan Quick hosted all the Dowdy and all of them in Vegas when the Kings were coming to play Vegas, and they're both in the playoff run? I guess that's hard because there's so many fans.
Yeah. No, but they're also like best friends because they were on the same team for so long.
Right, but like, would you want to see that?
No, I mean, it'd be good to see them, I guess, together. Like, that they're always going to be friends, but it's like, yeah, you got to keep it a little bit separate. You can't be sharing secrets here.
Yeah. It's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
I don't think Capitals fans would be happy with that either.
I feel like Capitals fans would be more mad than Penguins fans.
Yeah.
I feel like they're way more intense.
And
for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. I just don't think that I said what I said.
You said what you said. Okay, I get it.
Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey-loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. One more heavy topic to discuss, and I want to play a soundbite.
Okay.
Because Breezy and I on this podcast are pro hockey is for everybody. We support all kinds of people in this league, and there has been so many more players and teams not participating in their Pride nights. And we're always learning, we're always growing. We've shared our opinions on this on the podcast. And I think what's been missing, or what's being misunderstood, I think, is the message of what a Pride Night actually means. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are like going to change your beliefs about your religion or whatever because you're having a Pride Night. It just means that people are accepted. You don't have to you don't have to believe in that, but if you love them, which we've seen in some statements, like, we love and support the LGBT community, but it just goes against my beliefs. Well, it's like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me now that I've had some time to process this. And while I think people have the right to not participate, if I don't think somebody should be forced to participate, but if the team has agreed to do this, it sort of feels like they kind of should, like they decide these things, ahead of time, if this is what they're going to do and how they're going to have these nights. And somebody that said it the best, and I think is really what this whole issue truly is about, and that it's not really about your beliefs or my beliefs or somebody else's beliefs, is Brian Burke, who's the president of hockey operations for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I want to play his soundbite that I pulled up on my phone because I don't want to misquote him. And where's your saved stuff on Instagram? Okay, says the old lady, stand by. He said it really well in an interview. And
first off, there's two areas where there's been a matter of dissension, or that we're not going to wear the sweater. One is for Russian-born players, and the other is for religious reasons. And with the religious reasons, it just doesn't compute for me. I was born and raised a Catholic. I don't see any conflict between my religious beliefs and the ability to say to the LGBTQ plus community, you're welcome here. That's all Pride Night is you're welcome in our building. They're not asking you to sign any forms, not asking you to join any churches. It's about saying this community is valuable and important, and we want to honor them.
And I think,
you can't get any more clear than that, right?
No. And I think that's got to be the focus here. And I think it's been lost sight of what a Pride Night really is. It's just saying that you're welcome here. And I don't know why putting on a shirt that's got pride flags on it is problematic. I mean, all the players have listed their reasons, the ones who decided to sit out and all of these other things. And I think the league's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Because
I think
get in alignment here
too. Like, we previously with Provorov, we said what we had said, and we've changed our view a little bit from that point of what we said. And I do think that the league does have a lot more to do, but I also think too that, like, going back to what we said previously about hockey is for everybody, like, everyone has a place, and like, if you choose not to do it, then that's on you. But I do have to agree with you, like, if your team is deciding to do it, like, teams decide to do things. Like, if your team is deciding that they're going to travel on this day, you have to travel on this day, right? Like, they're probably not the same thing, but, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you're in a team, and if you don't want to do it, then you need to express it with your team, and that decision needs to be made maybe before the season starts, so before they start doing their marketing calendars. Or it's just you wear it for how long? 30 minutes?
Yeah. In warm-ups. I mean,
you could pull a Provorov and just don't go on the ice, I guess. I mean, I don't make it a big deal, but I just don't see where the big deal is, I guess. The religious reason, I think, the most, where it's like it was said there, like, I didn't have the right words to say, but like, it was just perfectly there. It's like, they're not asking you to join a church.
No. They're not asking you to change your beliefs. They're just asking you to say, I accept you as who you are. I don't believe what you believe, but I accept you and love you. If that's what your faith is really about, then that's,
which I think every faith is about, being
love. Yeah.
accepted and
Forgiveness and all these things.
Forgiveness and making sure that you're doing the right thing by peace and being showing empathy and being caring towards other individuals.
Yeah, it's a hard thing because, you know, we believe that everybody should be accepted, even the people who don't believe in, if they don't believe in equal rights or the LGBTQ plus community. It's hard to do this. And it's also kind of frustrating because to that community, Ivan Provorov deciding not to participate is viewed as he's just homophobic then. Because if you can't just say, I accept you as you are, and that while I don't believe your choices, I accept you and you're welcome to come to these games and support me and my fellow teammates, then it just doesn't seem quite right.
Yeah.
Like it is, that's not what I meant. I meant that like it seems to be homophobic then, if that's what you're saying, instead of just saying you're welcome, you know?
Yeah.
And
my point is, like, if it doesn't like directly involve you or directly impact your life, like, why does it matter? Like, these people aren't, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's like, just, you're just putting a jersey on. You're getting paid however much to do all these different things that you don't want to do. You really think people want to wear like a, I don't know, like a Pepsi logo? No, but you're getting paid to wear a Pepsi logo. Like, do you like Pepsi? No, I'm a Coke kind of guy. Like, then why are you wearing Pepsi? You know? I'm hoping that this is somewhat relating, but like,
I know what you mean.
You're getting paid to do something as a professional athlete, then just do it. And if it's against your, whatever your beliefs are, but like, why is it against your beliefs if it, again, has nothing to do with changing your belief or whatever? It's just putting something on. It's like, you're almost making it seem like they're doing something physical. The LGBTQ community is doing something physical to you that makes you not want to support them, but like, they're not doing anything.
Exactly.
They're existing and they're there. They're not doing anything to harm you. And by putting a jersey on is doing massive amounts of things for them without any effort. Yeah. Like, you just have to put something on that's already hanging up in your locker. Yeah. Just put it on.
Yeah. I think the message is being missed for sure by the teams and the players. And
I hope I didn't mess anything up by saying what I just said, but
no, I don't think there's any right or wrong thing to say. It's a very difficult conversation to have, and we're willing to talk it out here. Maybe not always get it right, maybe not always get it wrong, but try to see both sides of it, and from both perspectives of where people are at. But I mean, could you imagine the player who's gay in the locker room and won't come out
and not being supported because their teammate won't put a Pride jersey on?
Yeah,
like, that's rough.
See, it's bigger than, it's more than just the fans. It's not just for the fans. It's the fact that like we have no gay male athletes, but then you look at the women's side of professional sports and it's no big deal, and it's like not a thing. And I know that's for a lot of different reasons, but it's just not super great to hear, because in my mind it's like, it doesn't matter to me what your sexual orientation is. Like, I'm happy, whatever you want to do is fine with me. Like, it's all good. Like,
and it's like that with everything. It's like, if you want to go do jump out of a plane and go skydiving. Like that's I know
Cool.
I can't do that.
I can't
But
do
if
it
that's
either.
what you want to do, then that's what you're gonna do. Like if it doesn't directly involve you, like why does it matter?
Yeah. I'm not gonna disown somebody because they jumped out of an airplane
Right.
just because I don't believe in doing that.
Right.
It's just a complicated topic, but kudos to Brian Burke, the president of the Penguins, for saying what he said and not being afraid to take a stand on it, and for all the teams who have celebrated Pride Nights and shown that people are welcome. That's great. There's still more work to be done, which is what I think Jeff McLean with Pride Tape would say. There's still more things that need to happen and conversations that need to be had with the league to sort of get on some sort of page, because the league just says that they let the teams decide. Every organization gets to decide what they want to do with their specific nights. And so
yeah,
they've got to figure out what that looks like.
Exactly. Sorry, I have like a hair on my screen and I can see it.
I saw a shadow.
I'm like sitting there and I'm like, what is that? Hold on.
I thought it was like a reflection of a tree branch or something.
Did it go?
And then no.
Where?
And then maybe I thought it was a ghost because that door opened before.
It could be a ghost. Because I don't. Hi, everybody. Get a nice little view of the room here.
Stand by. But let's talk about the women's professional league. I'll read this while you sort out that piece of hair on your camera. It's still there. That's so bizarre. Anyway, it's been there all episodes if you're watching on video. But the only professional women's hockey league, the PHF, right now today on Sunday are having their championship game, which is called the Isabel Cup. And we just wanted to shout out our friend of the pod, Carly Jackson, who we've interviewed before. She is the goalie for the Toronto Six, and they are taking on the Minnesota Whitecaps. The game aired on ESPN2. This is we told you about a couple of weeks ago. It's happening in Mullet Arena in Arizona, within partnership of the NHL, the Arizona Coyotes. And if they can support women who are lesbians, oh my God, you would think that everybody else would get on board, but here we are. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, because there are known, and it is not hidden in the professional women's side of things. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. It's hockey. We're watching hockey. Who cares what their sexual orientation is? It doesn't matter. They all get a chance to play. And I hope that you watch the game, go watch the replay. I'm sure it will be up on ESPN Plus. Give the women some views because it's just as exciting to watch, in my opinion. And oh my God, you might see somebody who dates a woman play hockey. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Oh boy.
Come on. It's like getting to the point of like, it's about playing hockey. They play hockey.
It's about playing. Yeah, it's about watching it. It's about playing it. It's about supporting it. It's about growing it.
Yeah.
It's
like,
anywho.
Yeah, I think everybody in my book is welcome. And I know that has to include the people who don't believe, but those people are taking the message and using it as in a way that is not intended. And I don't agree with that part of it, but here we are. That's what we've learned. Something else to be excited about is that I saw a rumor, and I did get to fact check it before we jumped on. There's going to be no more reverse retro jerseys.
Really?
I'm thrilled because I don't like any of them ever. And now we don't have to talk about them next time they come out next season. But apparently they're meant to be the sort of there's like a business marketing term for it, but I don't know what it is. It's like we only make a limited amount for a limited amount of time. So therefore they're a collector item and super special. And if you don't get it now, thank you. That's the
You're
word.
welcome. It does make sense though. It's like, why are you going to put a jersey out every year that like kind of looks the same? Like put something out every like 5 years where it's like, maybe do like what baseball teams do, like after the World Series, how it's like gold outlined, like team logos are like gold outlined. Like maybe do something like a play on that where it's like, or maybe only the Stanley Cup champions get a specific jersey that specific year, because there's always a champion, and like that's like the exclusive jersey of the season. It's a cool little play on the Stanley Cup champs.
I agree.
Because you can sell those for more to those specific teams, like the fan base, you know, and it would be exciting.
Yeah. You know what else? I think
I have such great ideas.
You know, I think a bunch of fans would also buy an autographed Pride jersey that a player wore. And I bet you they'd pay a lot of money for it. But
they do.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Because there's certain, I don't know if it's every team, but like I'm on the Kings one and I'm on the Preds one, and it's like their auctions that they do, and they do player worn jerseys in every game, and it's usually warm up jerseys. They don't do like their actual jerseys unless it's like a specific thing, but like, and if it's on a specific night, sorry, I'm not getting my words right. So if it's like Asian Heritage Night or whatever it is, they'll auction off those jerseys that are worn by specific players and signed. And they do Pride Night, they do St. Patty's Day, they do Lakers Night, they do everything. Star Wars Night, they do everything.
Right. Yep.
So yeah, make it available. People will buy it.
Yeah. I just want to, like, I'm processing what I said about all the Pride stuff, and I'm trying to remember everything I said reflects how I really feel. And yeah, it does.
Good.
Mate agrees.
Yeah. He's streaming.
It's the best sound. Tell me a super breezy story.
Oh no.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, what I was going to tell you earlier?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's quite known. Okay, well, let me back up. When I was younger, I spent so much time at the lake, in the river. We were jet skiing, we were boating. I liked to kneeboard, so like we were constantly in hot weather, in the sun. I was a big water person. Now I'm not a water person. But I used to always have like a tan, and I'm talking like I was dark, because my dad's really tan. He wears shorts every single day of the year, doesn't matter what temperature it is. So I was always really tan. And then I like hit a certain age where I cannot get a tan to save my life. Like I will get super, super red, and then it's white again, like white, like pasty white. So I'm like, gosh, like I can't, if I'm going to be living in Arizona, like I can't be the whitest person out there. Like I'm super pale. Like I can't, this can't be the case. And then I was like looking at the weather, and Nashville weather changes so much. So like I can't really like gauge it off of like too far out. I'm going to be in Nashville in like 2.5 weeks or whatever it is. And it says it's going to be 75 out. And I was like, well, if it's going to be 75, like that could be warm. So like maybe I'm going to have to wear shorts one day. I don't know. And I was like, if I'm going to be going to Nashville, I can't be white. Like I got it. I got to figure this out. So I got like tanning lotion. This is the first time I've ever done tanning lotion. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I don't see anything. But let me tell you what, after like 4 days, you see something, because my legs are so tan right now.
Did you like avoid streaks?
There's no streaks. My ankle has like, one ankle has like a little bit more to it than the other. But like I'm doing my upper arms. Can't tell right now, but I just started.
No, the bottom half of your arm looks tan.
Down here? Yeah. You can't really tell on this arm, but
No.
if you up there, no, not really.
Okay, what product did you use? Because this is a hotly debated topic amongst women and men and people of all identity, sexual identity. Jergens Natural Glow. Yeah, the lotion. Yeah.
Fair to medium. Let me tell you, it works. You just got to stay on it. However, you have to be very sparse around your knees and ankles. I think they said knees, ankles, and elbows, which I am, except for my one ankle got a little bit too much on it. Also, is once a day, not twice a day. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
Your results will come.
Okay.
I'm only doing once a day on my arms, and you can see that it's been a little bit longer. But my legs, on the other hand, I don't really feel like showing the world my legs. I will show you after we. I don't know. I just feel like it's weird. I could
show me the ankle.
Like...
Show me the ankle.
No. See how freaking tan?
They are very tan.
I know.
Very tan.
Sick.
Looks nice. Like it looks like a real tan.
It looks real.
Yeah.
It looks real.
I'm happy for you. This is wonderful news.
I know. So if you need it, and on Amazon, it's way cheaper. It's like $10. At the grocery store, it was like 16.
Markup BS.
Yeah.
I like it. I support
so that's my
this.
Story. I officially have a fake tan.
I never thought you would ever see it.
No, because that's why it's funny.
I never thought you would ever say something like that.
I text my best friend this, and I was like, dude, you should see how tan I am right now. She goes, are you fake tanning again? I was like, it's my first time, but I'm guilty. And she's like, guilty.
Very guilty.
Hey, I owned it. I fully admitted it on the podcast. So I came clean. If you see me in Nashville, check out the legs.
Check out the tan.
They're tan.
I support this.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Go be kind. Be nice to people.
Yep. And go get a tan. It boosts your confidence. Now I'm just like, can I wear shorts to that?
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.